it out pretty well. So what I want to talk about briefly is the impact of this amendment in terms of water conservation, which doesn't come up much, but it's becoming increasingly important throughout Florida and here in the Keys. Decades of rerouting the natural water flow in Florida has caused our aquifers to start drying up. And the state of Florida and water management districts throughout the state are telling counties and municipalities, you have to find ways to conserve water and you have to find alternative water supplies, because we're not going to be able to continue to supply you at the level we've been supplying or to meet the demand that will be required in the future. In the Keys, we're already at 88% of our permitted withdrawals from the aquifers on the mainland. And in the last year alone, demand rose 2.5%. 4 more years, that's 10%, we're out of capacity. Water consumption in the Keys has been increasing at a rate that's much faster than population growth, which is the opposite of what you see throughout the rest of Florida and nationally. Probably has to do with vacation rentals. In just a couple years, we will need to rely on the new reverse osmosis plant in Stock Island to meet our regular water demands. That plant was built for emergency situations only and extreme periods of peak demand. So we're going to be relying on our backup just to feed our daily needs, and that doesn't take into account the additional ROGOs and BPAS that we just received. Additionally, reverse osmosis is much more expensive, up to 35 times more expensive to produce than water from mainland aquifers, and that cost is going to be passed down to the consumer eventually. So if we're talking about costs and benefits, conserving our water supply, incorporating ordinances that promote water conservation on a broad scale are really important. Some issues, especially environmental issues, cannot be solved individually. They can only be solved through collective action, and that's where local government can play a role. And that's why, in addition to all the other good reasons, that Last Stand really supports this policy.